So I'm home, and today is not a good day. One gearbox in bits, a spare gearbox. Good morning, welcome to 18 TV. I've just got back from Morocco, and today we have problems. So I went for a week's holiday. I've had 4 days holiday. I've been in airport for a day at least on a evacuation flight to get back to the UK. So I wasn't stuck in Morocco in their hard border, what they're calling it, which they're going to keep up for a minimum of 30 days. That's what we heard down there. But I'm back, fortunately, because else could potentially have missed a lot of farming. So get home and find this is all happened. So I did have contact with my old man when I was down south, and the gearbox has gone. As you can see in here on these splines, massively worn. What happened in the vibration, because our baler isn't on wheels and it's in a frame, there is a level vibration, even though we've got the baler on rubber mounts to take the vibration away from it. The bolts sealing the gearbox had come out just loose enough that the oil managed to drain its way out. So the gearbox then decided to beat the living hell out of itself. So, as I'm aware, we're waiting on parts from France during a coronavirus. One bonus thing, oh, Rhino, go away, we're filming, thank you. One bonus thing is we do have a spare gearbox, but a long time ago, about 3 years ago, we had some mega malfunction with this, and this shaft going in is completely, it's bent enough that it ends up making a flywheel judder. Now, my meaning on the flywheel judder is if you think about, like, say, a millimetre off on the straightness of the shaft, it's going to create this effect. And then when the flywheel goes round, it ends up slightly becoming off center, and it can also elongate the hole within, because you've got that little tiny bit of movement. Now, we're not talking about straight away, but over time that can happen. So we're waiting for a few parts. We can rob a few parts out of that one, if I point to it, and I'll show you in a second where it's got to go. So this is where the gearbox sits. Yes, I know there's dust in the way. The dust is sort of being cleaned out as they've been working. That'll be cleaned away when it is going to be put back in. So the gearbox sits here. The main big shaft goes through there on the side, and the end shaft goes through this hole here. Here is the ram. So we have conrod, which is the rod that joins to the gearbox to power the ram forward. So this, I don't know if I can, oh no, it's still too tight. That pulls and pushes that piece of metal in there forwards and backwards, producing a bale. Then hay goes through here, up through here, into this, in front of it, and then gets pushed forward. For any of you that aren't in ag, that don't understand how a baler works, I will do a video with this all a bit more in detail. I'm just want to have a bit of a quick video whilst I've come back to this. So basically, as I've got home and found all this, I thought I'd make a quick video to chuck on Sunday. So a bit of a Sunday bonus, because I was away, so everything's been preloaded to this point. computer hacks. So I thought I would just, as I've seen all this in bits, give everyone a little bit of a heads up of how much of a freaking ball ache making hay all the time can be. Fortunately, we carry those rams that you just saw. We have one brand new one on the shelf. We have 2 old ones, which we've wrecked. In 6 years, we've really rebuilt it 3 times. We carry, obviously, as you see, 1 spare gearbox. And we've got the new wrecked gearbox, but I'm sure there's going to be bits there that we'll be able to carry on again and keep on shelf. Sometimes it's important not to throw things away, but at the same time, how long do you keep things around? We don't tend to like keeping too many things around because else you end up clutter and create piles of scrap, and that's no use for anyone. It just creates mess and chaos rather than having a yard that's slightly more organised. So we hold enough bits. Obviously we use these bits all the time, so we'll keep them around. Some will be useful, some won't. The shaft that I was on about a second ago, that goes into the baler, which I may have not pointed out properly a minute ago. So if I show you here, we've got this main drive shaft, which is going round or through that big hole, which goes to the ram and connects to the conrod. And this little shaft here, which goes to the flywheel. The flywheel is, for anyone that doesn't know, looks like this. I'll get my head in it. For those of you, again, that aren't in ag, a flywheel is a weighted piece of metal which spins at the same speed as you set in the tractor. So if you spin it at say 540 RPM, which is what we are spinning in here, or just under. Again, I'll explain that in a video when I break down the factory. The weight of the wheel spinning create extra force. So if you come across a lump or anything that affects the way the material is going through the chamber, it adds extra force on all the working parts, so the tractor isn't having to do all of it. Does that make any sense? So basically what I'm trying to say is, with the spinning effect that the flywheel over there causes, as it spins really, really fast, the momentum it builds adds to the power led by the tractor, not given by the tractor, led by the tractor. With that extra force spinning, helps to produce the power required to push the wad or sheet or flake or pad, or what everyone else wants to call that section of bale, into the bale. So when that gets up to speed of spinning at 540 RPM, the tractor then, or for us, electric motor, is under less force. So if a jam up happens, obviously there's a slip cut on that, but all these forces don't end up going back through the PTO shaft of the tractor. So we're all told by manufacturers, but you know, they've been made a long time now, so you know it's obviously working. Anyway, so that flywheel is heavy as hell. Also on our flywheel, I don't know if you notice, we've got a bunch of grooves cut out of it, which, because it runs on a belt rather than running on a PTO shaft. But this was just a quick video on the joys of getting home. Coming back to Devon from Morocco, at least I did manage to get the old Devon light bulb back. Up there, bright as can be, just needed a bit more heat out of him. The Corona Circus is obviously going to be here for a little while, so everyone please stay safe. Do what everyone is asking of us. There I am down here, we're seeing that everyone's just out walking on Dartmoor. Well, if that's the lottery you're going to go and pick and that's what you're going to do, it's your choice. Fortunately, as lucky as we are in ag, we can self-isolate in our farm perimeters, sometimes having to sort of venture out a little bit. But the main thing, supermarkets are under stress. So Mr. P, quite honestly, hit the nail on the head. There's loads of food in this country. It is all stockpiled in places, but transport just can't get it out, which is something that the Funky Farmer spoke about on his channel. So if they can't get all this food around but it's there, people are going to go somewhere. Now, what I might say now, people might not agree with, but the Corona Circus is here. I don't want to call it anything other. I just want to call it the Corona Circus. I don't want to call it pandemic. People are like panicking enough about it already. But people react. There's fight, flight, and fright. This thing is just human genetics. What we all do, one or the other. People are frightened. They are panic buying. They're going to panic buy. No matter who tells them not to panic buy, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep doing it because they're told to stay home. They don't know when the next are going to be allowed to shop. So it's just what they're going to do. So there's an opportunity here, whether I should bring this up or not, but I love agriculture. I think agriculture could come out well from this. We can help people right now. If you got a dairy farm, veg farm, beef, lamb farm, people need products. Like, it's just the way it is. A guy local to us, he's got his own pasteurising unit. He's just got a small herd of cows. I know he's as busy as hell. I know a couple of other local little veg growers. They are all busy. It just can't be helped. And, you know, they're selling it from the gate. So there's an opportunity to build up a small clientele or big clientele right now and get people buying local. We all talk about getting people to buy local, farm to fork, farm fresh. Well, there's no better time than right now. Not that I want to say it, but right now is an opportunity to showcase British farming. If we can't import stuff in, use now to show what you have. We've got a guy that can come and kill on site, beef wise. We've got our own cold room, so we can, if we want to, sort that out one way or another. If you can butcher your own stuff, chicken, eggs, sell it off the front of the farm. You can't help demand, and at the moment demand is high. Everyone's worried about beef and lamb price. If you want a slightly higher price, sell it direct from the farm rather than being pushed around by the supermarket. But again, if you like what I'm saying, leave a comment below. If you disagree, leave a comment below. It's a kind of a, I don't want to argue with anyone, but it's a discussion which I think is quite important. But we can showcase British agriculture right at this moment of time, and people will be watching because people need food. Food has become the highest point of agenda other than a virus. It's what everyone requires. People aren't going on holidays because they can't. They can't watch sport because they can't. They can't have massive gatherings because we've been told we're not allowed to. Can't go to the beaches because we're told not to be in big groups. So everything that we normally do can't be done. So food has become one of the top priority things. So if you now can make or take the chance and the opportunity of building yourself, again, a small or large clientele of people buying direct from you, and we've got all the tools, we are more digitally linked to each other than we ever have been before in history. You've got Facebook, you've got YouTube, you've got Instagram, you've got Snapchat, you've got Twitter, you've got Telegram. There's all these, WhatsApp, you've got all these ways of making your own forum, advertising, without having to pay anyone. It can all be sorted now, and you can talk to a huge amount of people really quickly at the click of a button. Like we're at the moment just trying to sort out if we can get a bullet killed, advertise it, sell it, bang, done. But everyone's talking on the negative side of things at the moment, and I personally think this could be a positive for agriculture, a positive for local agriculture, and a positive for British agriculture. People need food. You aren't going to stop them panic buying. No matter what you tell someone not to do, they just do it anyway. So work to it. And I do not mean take advantage of people. We're here to help people. Don't take advantage of people. The guy goes and puts 200 quid on 30 kilo of beef. You're taking the piss. Like, be fair to people. If you want that person to come back again, give an honest, fair price, and showcase British farming. Showcase what we can do. Make it take a leap forward. We've got a chance. Again, think this over, all of you. Thank you for listening. Again, as I said, leave a comment below whether you think I'm right, whether you think I'm wrong, whether you think, well, just leave a comment what you think. But thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you haven't yet done so, please hit that subscribe. More videos coming soon. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you heard. Give us thumbs down. I don't mind taking shots, or if people don't like what I'm saying. I'm just speaking from the heart. I love agriculture, absolutely love farming, and I just think it's a big opportunity for everyone. We are also on Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter. Look us up. Thank you very much.